Hello there and welcome back to Request. We are basically still at war with everything and everyone, and it'll be interesting to see if we can actually ride the storm and get out of this. We are currently building some armies, but we are also burning infamy, so we should be fine. I'm actually, as I said, tempted to try and build some more armies, but we'll have to see. We're currently building a navy to try and dislodge the other things here. Still at war with these guys, even though I don't really see any reason of it. These guys won't actually accept anything, not a white piece, not even if I can see defeat, so Castile will simply be here for the ride. So yeah, getting France out of the war wasn't a good move at all. We have more to deal with here, and I'll just try and do it, and if something happens I'll just go ahead and show you. So without any further ado, I'll just get right to it. As you can see right now, we have more or less kicked everyone out of our country. What remains now is to try and get rid of the rebels and basically stop all this trouble. The real problem is, as you know, with well, basically everyone else here, especially these rebels that pop up in Tanglong quite often. The Viet nationalists, they pop up in huge numbers every goddamn time, and they are quite a nuisance, to be honest. So we'll go ahead, try to join up some troops here and get rid of them basically, but I can't really promise anything. We'll have to see how this turns out. We have just too many rebels here to deal with at this moment, but it should sort itself out as soon as we actually start to get rid of some of these rebels at least. But it will, as I said, take some time, but we should be alright. Manchu was actually capable of sieging something here with Korea, Gotland, Castile, Finland. Basically everyone will actually have to fire our statesman here, and I should probably get someone who will lower revolt risk, but we'll have to wait a little bit until we actually can hire someone who's good. Production tech investment, we'll put that guy in for until we actually find someone, and all in all it will be interesting to see how this turns out. We'll have these two units converge on those rebels. We have these guys stand to kick their asses once they do, and all in all we won't be able to really recover until we're done with all of these wars. And funny enough, we're actually winning all of them as things are standing now. So it's a bit ridiculous how the war system works, especially since they felt like well, he showed a moment of weakness. Let's all the clear on him. Been in war forever, not making any progress either way, and still the AI is simply too stubborn to give up a war he can't win. Also we have, as you can see, siege the Scandinavian provinces, but I think they want to give up either way. As you can see, Ryukyu will concede defeat. I can actually go ahead and accept that, just get Korea out of the way, I don't really care. We need to end every one of these wars, as you can see, so even just a little thing as that will help us along the way pretty neatly. And we'll use these guys, we'll send them all to try and take back a young man. White piece from everyone here, accepted. And with this we're down to only the 4 remaining wars, and that is really good news. It could potentially mean that we can get rebel free, get war exhaustion down, and then start to worry about start to declare war again on Delhi and everyone else. Basically get as much land as we can and see if we can actually pull this off. We have taken far too little land really for it being this far in, so we'll have to see how this turns out. Can't really wait around any longer. We'll have to push for it and see if we can make a little bit of a difference here. However, that's an entirely different story, as I said, so I'll just put it on pause, see if we can win this battle at least. Yes, this one we will win. And as you can see, our troops are starting to get a little bit more effective, but that's just due to the fact that was mostly easily destroyable troops to speak of. And there we go, everything's sorted out. We'll keep on there to just work as a deterrent, I guess, and we'll send the other ones to try and help out, to try and finish this before it takes too long, really. And hopefully we'll we'll be able to offer some peace deals here. White peace will not accept. Cone of Window. They would accept if I give them Cone of Window. How about I concede defeat? Good. Because the more of these people actually get out of the war, the more likely it is that I can actually would not accept this. Would you accept me releasing something? Nope. So basically I have to get ships so I can go back and take Okinawa back, then they'll probably give up. Polotsk here of White Peace will not accept. Of the concede defeat, that they will accept. Manchu on the other hand, what will they accept? Will they accept anything at all? They would also accept that. So yeah, we'll go ahead, sacrifice 15 prestige to get those 3 out of the war. That should probably force Castile to rethink their position and quite possibly consider if they should go home or not. But I'm not really counting on it. It's more of a wish, and hopefully it could become right here. We are, as you can see, starting to get some kind of a navy, which in theory would be able to help us a little bit with dealing with these small problems, I guess. And that in turn should actually be able to force Castile back. Let's see if we can actually win that battle at least. Deal with the rebels afterwards. Let's see here. Yes, we can actually fight back the Castilian navy now, which basically gives us an opportunity to put some war exhaustion to try and force them into a, well, giving us a peace deal, a good one at that. So we'll just keep on fighting, we'll just keep on pushing, and hopefully we'll be able to make this work some way or another. My guy died, that is bad, he was actually pretty good. Shimpuku hero, 9 administration, let's go for another bureaucrat, 685, not really that great, we'll have to try to get another one soon enough, so until then we'll put him in charge of some army, I think. He had 8 military, so should be quite good. 4 shock and 2 fire. We'll put him in charge of this army here, and hopefully we'll be able to turn the tables on these rebels and make it so we'll have at least some kind of a future. But the question still stands: do you want me to continue this one and create what will be one hell of a endgame possibly, or should I just end it here while I can? Apparently the Castilians had a fleet here that I did not notice, but still we should probably park. Styria wants out, good. It's only Castile now, we have 10% war score. White peace, will not accept. Concede defeat, will not accept. So this is actually quite ridiculous. We're winning the war and they just say that no. I actually have to release a lot of nations to do this. Let's see here. Money won't help either, don't have enough. Actually losing a little bit now, a month. So yeah, not really doing too damn well, especially because Castile is stubborn. I'm pretty sure that if I can somehow make some sort of relief squad, I guess, to save my capital, I can force them into a peace deal. But that is a long shot at the very best, since as you can see, it'll take 3 years to build a fleet. And by the time I actually have the fleets, we'll probably end up in yet another war with someone here. Could probably try to snatch some of these colonies, would not want to though, they are all fully grown, so they'll simply cause troubles. But still, they don't have any troops here. The only thing that they have, I think, are ships, and that's about it. The only thing they have is ships, and that should be a little wake-up call for both of them, that this is not something they can win. But instead it's like they feel, like they think that it's nothing major, they'll just turn it around soon enough. But we'll go ahead, try and hunt down some of their navies at least, and cause a little bit of issues. If I didn't see wrong there, we got line 26, which is quite good. And as soon as we're back on, well, their level of land, I guess I should call it, then I can't really see any good reason they would have to continue these wars against us. We have their level, or their tech army, and we should be able to fight it without too many problems. So we'll have to see how this turns out. We'll go for spend on expenses if we don't have don't suffer any inflation. But All in all, only rebels to deal with. So nope, I will not open my markets to anyone else. And I think we have the situation under control now. At least it's better than it was, and thus we should be able to turn this around sooner or later. But I'll just put it on pause now, see if we can make still give up one way or another, and I'll let you know what happens. Finally, some sort of good news here. Okinawa is, as you can see, free of Castilians, and I didn't have to do anything. Guess what? Rebels did it for me. They released Okinawa, and this should probably be enough to get the peace deal we want. I tried to be cheeky and give them something else, but there we go. Finally, we are back at peace. We can make our nation strong again, so to speak. We'll be hunting down rebels. We will be trying to lower war exhaustion in one way or another, and hopefully it will be enough to help us back on our feet, so we can actually make an effort to make this good and everything. If you think about it and follow both of them, we're pretty much at the exact same date. This one is a little bit ahead of the East campaign. So considering the amount of land I have there versus the amount of land I have here, East is definitely the way to go, at least for my style of play. And should you have any questions, feel free to ask them. But as you can see, we should have just gone the East game, and I think I'll probably end the West game soon, focus more on the East game to get this done, especially considering EU4 is out. And I'll probably do the same thing in EU4, the same challenge, same kind of setup. One West game, one East game. I think it'll be easier in EU4. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see, really. But we'll at least give it a go there, see how it goes. Hopefully we'll be able to grow slowly but surely, I guess. But there's no real way of knowing before we try, so look forward to it. We'll probably give it a go in EU4 as soon as I'm done here, and it'll be interesting to see how it turns out. We got Mint and Reconquest against Kandesh. I believe Kandesh is just one province, so it's not really that good for us. Well, I could probably just go ahead and use Reconquest right now, I think. We could get Delhi on our next, but I would actually be happy if they did. So we'll go ahead, and I do. So yeah, Jarkhan, Kashin, Mishor. Here I was talking about stopping wars, and then the first thing I do is actually declare one myself. Wow, I'm a hypocrite. But yeah, we should be able to make some sort of a change now. All that remains is simply to lower war exhaustion. Even if it's more short-lived war like this, doesn't do that much damage to it. We're down at 16. We've been at 19 for forever now, basically. And another core is not really that bad. It helps out a little bit at least. As you can see, we have dealt with pretty much all rebels now. There are 3 units left. Where's the third? Okinawa? Nope. Yeah, it's actually been dealt with, so there's just that 1 unit left. That should be enough to make first of all, we're rebel free. We don't have anything that's bothering us except for a couple of pirates. This has to be the first time in a very, very long time that we can I don't know, kick back and relax a little bit. But it's unfortunately not over yet. We still have more rebels. We still will have rebels for a little while, but we are better set now than when we began this session. So I think we'll give it a little bit more time. I'll simply put it on pause, see if we can lower war exhaustion, and then we'll get into war of some kind soon enough, I guess. See you around. We went for a new one and simply got shit. He's a little bit better administrator, but his other stats doesn't make up for just 1 point, so we'll get a new one next time too. As you can see here, we are dealing with widespread rebels still, but it's looking a little bit better now, at least, than it did a while ago. So all that remains, hunt them down, destroy them, and all in all, having fun. I'm sorry that I possibly made it sound like I was leaving or something last time with the Sia. I simply got a little bit caught up in the game, but we'll go ahead and still can continue to bother everyone. Malacca, Tanglong, everyone. Better troops here with Gallop Cavalry. We'll just put them in charge right away. Down to 13 here, and we're losing what, about 2.4 war source on years, so 5 more years and we'll more or less be ready for anything again. Naval is quite quite high over what it should be, so I should possibly put this down and simply park the navy, probably scrap some ships. I think we'll have to see how we'll actually do with it, but we'll need the navy if we're attacked by Castile or anyone again, so I think I'll keep it. I don't want you to patrol like that. I wanted you to park your ships in the closest harbor, please. There you go. Or navy. I forgot to add transport ships over here, so we'll just go ahead and actually disband them. I don't really need them that much. I need attack ships. It should help me a little bit in terms of yeah, maintenance wise. It cut it in half if I keep it up, but we also need money, so we'll let it be for now, I guess. And boom, rebel free for a while. We'll see how long it lasts. Not that long. I'll be back soon. We have a lot of bad events lately, but this one takes well, it sets a new record. We have smugglers running rampant, and we do not have the ducats to stop them, so we'll simply have them to it's too expensive. You'll just have to let them run around. And other than that, we also had some issues with our advisors, and that is everyone is dead. So yeah, I can always try to hire another production guy, but unfortunately I'm not allowed to. So we'll have to wait for a while to get a new diplomat and probably a new military guy to try to boost my defenses a little bit. We do have some casus belli too on Ming, of all things, and also on Sind, so we'll probably go take on one of them. I'm mostly tempted to, if I actually have to go for one of them, I'll go after this one, simply because I will get nationalism on Ming sooner or later. I'm pretty sure it. That will allow me to take all of the provinces for 2 infamy each. So yeah, that is an interesting little detour, I guess. Sorry about that. My game actually crashed. EU3 actually stopped working, and I'm not really sure if this is before or after. I only noticed that it was December when it crashed. But considering that I can take a new elector, I'm pretty sure that these last 4 months is actually as it should be. We want a new one, we'll go for Bureaucrat, and 854, they're getting better, but we'll go for another one next election as well, and see if we can get something that's actually worth going with. Not really that much going on here. We are, as I said, lowering voice distortion down to 4.5 now, which basically means that there are some rebels, but not that many. Once that's back at 0, we'll have so little rebels that we can actually go off to Sind or Ming, depending on who we actually feel like. So I'll probably just actually leave this one up to you. I'll see if I'll put the East versus West series on a little bit of a hold here. Give it a week or so pause, where I want the people to decide first of all, if I continue this West game, should I go after Sin, try to move westwards, or should I bother Ming more, even though I will get nationalism on them, which basically means that bothering them would be a pretty bad choice. So yeah, I will probably go westward. Stellai, Sind, any one of them that actually feel like they want a war. And the second question is, should I continue this West game, which basically is far behind schedule. I should probably have been around here now if I actually wanted to pull this off. So yeah, we're doing pretty bad here. So the main question was, shall I put this West game to rest, give it up basically, and focus more on the East game, make longer episodes, make a little bit more in-depth tactical talk and such, and finish it up quickly, and focus more on getting the same thing started on EU4. So that's basically what I want to know. If you basically give me your opinions on that, and we'll figure out what to do. But for now, I'm more or less myself kind of thinking about putting the West game on hold, seeing that is pretty much kind of impossible at this point, but still it could always turn around. We'll have to wait and see. Some interesting little map facts here for you. Byzantium does still exist, surprisingly enough. Russia is around. Scandinavia, Great Britain is actually just England. So yeah, Castile, France, and Transylvania actually survived, but they moved to where Hungary used to be, so that's a little bit interesting as well. It seems that there's some small little interesting things to see here, but not much. Mali is still around, Hanseatic Africa and well, Venice are gone. It seems that Venice actually have moved their capital. Nope, they haven't. British North America, Castilian North America, Scandinavian North America. Scandinavia certainly likes the cold places with Iceland, Scandinavia, kind of Canada, I guess. If it's not, I'm bad with borders. So yeah, the only thing they have that's warm is basically these provinces here. We'll probably have to fight them later on. We want them. French Africa over here. Malacca formed, Fujiwara almost forming France. So there's some fun elements, but still. As I said, give me an opinion. Should I continue the West game or not? Should I give more thought to the East game and just try to finish that one up quickly, and thus get started on East versus West in EU4. Well, sorry for wasting your time and being a whining bitch, I'd say. So please leave a comment, some praise, anything, criticism. Be mad at me for thinking about ending this. It's up to you really, and hopefully I'll see you around next time too, if we continue this or in anything else that I make. So thank you for watching. I'll see you around. Bye.